Are you happy with the recent form?
Yeah, it's obviously good. We've had a good buzz in training over the last couple of weeks, and to get some points on the board and go through in the cup, it's two good performances. Then we had the East Grinstead one, which we spoke about. So yeah, it's good form. We weren't that far away. It's just getting over the line and not being naive to some situations, managing the game, and then obviously goals count. So scoring goals helps everyone.
For the first couple of weeks of the season, you had to juggle things around because players were unavailable, whether that be injured or for other reasons. But now it's spun the other way, where you've had to make them hard decisions to leave players out. How's that been for you?
Yeah, with the cup matches, obviously you have 7 subs, so it's easy to fit everyone in. And even with myself, I planned to play myself at the beginning, but due to forced changes, it didn't happen. I'm back in, which that comes at the extent of leaving people out, unfortunately. You have to prioritise certain positions that you need, and then you can only pick 5 subs. You've got to think about a sub-goalkeeper, whether you have one or not, or whether you need to be able to make changes in different areas, and that comes from an outfield player. So, it is tough decisions. It's all part of the job, and the weekend was really the only time that I had to do that. Most people back fit, ready to go. We have strengthened, so there's competitions in most areas now, which can only be healthy for the team and the squad and the football club. But then obviously some people are not involved in the match day squad, so it is disappointing. And like I said, it's the first time I've had to do that, but I guess that's part of the job.
Other than Jeff, are you expecting a full squad for Saturday? Yeah,
Jeff got his suspension. He was unlucky to get his 2 yellows, but again that happens, and it's someone else's chance to come in. So again, that is football. There's a couple of little niggles on a couple of players, and we have training tonight, so we'll assess that and then pick the squad ready for Saturday.
We've extended Sam Gale's loan from Gillingham Football Club. How impressive have you been with Sam?
Yeah, very impressed, not just because of his age, but just because of his ability and coming in and doing the role that we needed. I do speak about his age, but he is a man. He's like a man. He only turned 18 the other day, but the physical side and mental side of thinking about the game, especially that East Grinstead game, he started off most of our attacks from being brave, stepping on, winning that ball, and created chances sort of lower in the pitch for then us to express ourselves higher up the pitch. But no, really glad to get him back on loan. We pushed hard for that, and he enjoys himself. We look after him, and he's a good player for us.
Another recent signing is Frankie Morgan. We haven't really covered him a lot, but are you happy with what you've seen so far? Yeah, and when he came in, you could see he was sharp and he was hungry. He admitted himself he wasn't 100% match fit, and we're gradually getting in there. Again, he offers that support in different positions. We've had people away and had to push someone in at centre back, Matty Parsons, and then Frankie can fill in at left back. We can also push him up higher up the pitch. If we were to go free at the back, then he could be that one on the wing back. He could play left back, play left wing. He's a very good person to have. He has that energy, the speed, and he puts a lovely ball in the box higher up the pitch. To keep players fit and match sharp, you've obviously sent them playing for the under-23s, no matter how senior they are in the squad, and a few have obviously played for K Sports recently. Is that purely and simply just to keep them that sharp, ready to be called upon? Yeah, the main ones with Richie and Jacob is that they were away for 10 days, and although Jacob admitted to me he's gone away on a England six-a-side football tournament, he played very little football, so he wasn't match fit, match sharp, and although he's a fantastic player and we'd like to get him in the starting lineup, it's hard when you're not 100% match fit. So for them they needed games, and then they asked me a question for the weekend whether they're going to be ready to get in the starting 11 or be that impact coming off the bench. What type of game are you expecting on Saturday? Obviously they're the league leaders, and we're up against an old friend in Jamal as well. Yeah, obviously they're top of the league for a reason. Probably been very consistent and quite ruthless in areas. I've watched a couple of videos on them, and I know some of their players, and they're honest players. They'll put their body on the line. We've got to fancy ourselves. We can't just rock up to the game expecting to get beat. We're more than capable of beating all these teams on our day, which we showed at Whitehall. They're unbeaten in the league, and we gave them a really good game and could have won it. We'll go into the same. Pressure's all on Ramsgate. As I say, I know some of their players, and
they are good players and give 100%. We need to do that as well. We need to match them for that. Yeah, and we'll have a go.
Chris McGinn has come in over the last couple of weeks to help on the sidelines. Has that benefited you and Craig?
Yeah, I think it's allowed me to play as well. Obviously, I'm playing and scoring goals, so you know I have to keep selecting myself. But that's allowed that confidence on the side. You know, not that I haven't got the confidence in Craig on the side. He's done fantastic coaching, but for him to be on his own there is quite daunting on your own. And just that extra bit of information. Chris is very good at pulling people one-on-one to the side. He has a brief chat, gives them the information, and they go and do it. So, you know, it complements the way we play. It offers Craig the support on the side when I'm playing. Yeah, if we can, we are trying to obviously make that permanent. He travels a long way. You know, it does come financial as well, which he deserves that money. It's just we have got a budget, so we need to make sure it fits in with the travelling expenses and the effort he's putting in. Obviously, his time is invaluable, really, his time and his experience. But there's a certain amount that we need to agree on, and it is proven tough in areas. But we do everything we can to offer that support on the coaching staff.
Touching on budgets, and last question for tonight. Are we likely to see any player movements within the squad by the end of the month?
Yeah, there might be a few, and you know, the unfortunate side of football when you're leaving people out of the squad, you know, whether they choose or whether it's the best thing on mutual consent for people to leave the club, then that's likely to happen over the next week or so, naturally. It does free up a bit for people to come in, but it has to be the right fit. It has to be the right person or the right couple of people. And things change very quickly. You have a couple of injuries, a couple of niggles. You know, you could sign 4 players and then have 3 injuries at the back. And just need to take every sort of Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday as it comes. You know, there are players that I've been talking to, but like I said, it needs to be the right fit, the right money, at the right time. But I say, only time will tell.
Brilliant. Thanks, Jack.
Cheers.